Hello YouTube, Annie here. Annie's gonna rant. Annie's gonna rant games. And Annie really hopes she doesn't have any audio feedback today. Uh, Sometimes you just forget to do stuff like setting up microphones and stuff properly. Dang it. Anyway, um, video games. Video games. One of my greatest passions. I've been playing video games forever, and I wanted to do something. In connection to E3, didn't happen. I wanted to do something in connection to Gamescom, didn't happen. Actually, it's just out of the back of Gamescom, I suppose. So why not just call this that? Because that would be. I haven't been keeping up really on Gamescom. Um, Unfortunately, only basically been watching lots and lots and lots of stuff on Dragon Age Inquisition. Uh, but, I'll get back to that later. It's August. It's mid-August, and most of the schools here in Sweden anyway start next week. Some have started already this week. I heard a few that started on Thursday, and most seem to be starting on Monday or Tuesday next week. So stuff starts to happen again everywhere. Uh, God, I lost my thread. That's what happens when you do stuff unscripted. But anyway, August gonna be really slow on video games. We got basically nothing, I think. Gotta check that. Uh, we got Tales of Cilia. Tales of Cilia 2 is gonna be released in Europe and in the US. I don't know. Well, US and I suppose Canada. I don't know about the rest of North America, but the rest of North America really isn't that much, is it? It's like Mexico. I don't know. I'm not really that good at geography. But Tales of Cilia, the Tales series, I love. I don't know how many of them I've played. I'm not really sure how many there is, but it's like a million. Feels like it. I'm working on the Tales of Grace's F, which I bought but haven't really played yet. But I'm working on that. Only played for like an hour, and it's a bit slow at the moment. But games are usually slow first hour because a lot of things. I mean, it's usually a lot of non-interactive stuff going on first hour. So I'm patient. Um, don't judge a game first hour because that's usually just less than 10% of the game. So Tales of Cilia, I'm gonna buy as soon as I am able. It's not out yet, so. Um, but the rest of the Tales of games are really fun, really nice little games. So, well, we got more. It's gonna be out this fall. I don't know. I have pegged Second Son. It's been released already, hasn't it? Oh, whatever. We got Professor Layton, versus Phoenix Wright, which sounds really, it sounds odd, but it sounds very epic in a way. I love puzzle games. I love mysteries. I've played Ace Attorney. I've played Professor Layton. Um, to do those together, at first glance, it sounds really silly and really stupid. But then I realized that it kind of isn't. It's actually quite logical to do that. Um, that's that's gonna be fun. Just try that out, which I haven't yet. It's gonna be released. Well, it's been released. It's been released in Europe. I've been looking at the American release dates on some of these games, which is stupid. Uh, then we got September, and September it's a little more. Uh, my first priority, which is kind of stupid of me, but my first priority is going to be The Sims. The Sims 4 is coming out, and you know, first Sims game was, jeez, it was half my life ago, almost, and everybody loved The Sims. I tire very quickly of The Sims. I'm not really one of those that can sit for an hour, hour after hour after hour watching artificial intelligence, bad artificial intelligence. Um, but in the at the same time, it is kind of fun to do. I love creating characters, and I mean, I love to tell stories, and it should be a good platform for storytelling. That it's very much what they push that it is. You know, here are your Sims, go make their world, make their lives, tell their stories. But I don't know. I prefer detailing the I think it was The Sims 2 where you could turn you could turn it off entirely, and you had to go and tell them everything, unless they were just gonna go stand around forever. And you know that worked for me, but the free will aspect, I mean, it could be fun, but at the same time, I want to play the game, not just watch the game. I mean, if I want to watch, I could watch a movie. But on the other hand, as I said, character creation and stuff like that, and that's yeah, that's the fun aspect. The only thing that I miss in The Sims, and I don't think it's gonna be rectified with 4 either. I would love to have a building mode where you could actually, that had real measurements. At least, some sort of converted version of real measurements for the sim, to relate to the real world. Because I, for one, would love to build my childhood home, stuff like that. And sure, I could do that freehand, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that one of my nitpicks about The Sims. Apparently, I have a lot of those. Sorry. I still like The Sims. Don't take me wrong. I like The Sims. I just get bored very easily by The Sims. So I can play for a couple of hours, and then I don't play for several weeks, and then I play a couple of hours again. It's one of those games that are fun for a while, but I don't really invest in it. Anyway, long as the Sims rant. Sorry about that. We got more. Oh, right, Fable. Fable Anniversary. I remember Fable from when it came. It was probably one of the first games I owned on the original Xbox. And it was hilarious. It really was. It still is. I still got it. I don't play it at the moment, but sorry, water with lots of ice in it. Um, no, I love Fable, and I I actually kind of miss Fable. The first one, it was great. So now it's been released again, and that makes me happy. Um, I don't remember the release date for that one, but it's sometime in the future, I suppose. Is it even September or October? Jeez, I gotta check. Anniversary. Um, September 12th. Cool. Yeah, I'm playing that on PC. So if it's out on any, I'm gonna play it PC. I mean, if it's out on any console already, and if you got that console and you have never played Fable, pick it up because not doing that is stupid. Um, what more do we have? Alright, Hyrule Warriors, which kind of throws me. It's like, I suppose it's like Dynasty Warriors, only with Zelda and Zelda characters. And Dynasty Warriors is kind of fun, so sure. But I don't know, it kind of looks silly, but in a way epic. So I'm gonna pick that up, I suppose. Uh, at least I'm willing to try it. I'm kind of hoping that they're gonna have it in my game store, and so I can test it beforehand. But yeah, you know, I love Link, and people are always complaining about Link. Um, that he changes looks all the time, but I don't care. I love Link. What do we got more? Oh, right, Shadow of Mordor. Thus far, games from about Middle Earth has been really. Actually, most of all, they've been kind of one note. It's been the story. I mean, the Lego versions, for example, or they've been those big strategy games. Can't talk anymore. Jeez, more ice. Um, or Lord of the Rings Online is big hit. It appears. I played that too. Of course, I have. I played just about everything Lord of the Rings related. But I don't know. They made it free to play and stuff like that. The best Lord of the Rings games, or what the game thus far, in my opinion, has been the Third Age. The parallel company that sets out pretty much in the heel of the Fellowship. And, it wasn't the most original game, but it was fun. And it had atmosphere, and it sort of tied in a good way. It wasn't about the Fellowship, but they popped up every now and then. So that was fun. And for a very, very long time I've been saying, why is everyone so focused on the books, Lord of the Rings, you know, those three books, and to some extent The Hobbits, when there's a whole, I mean, that's sure, it's the four most known books, but it's just four books, and there's so much more that you could dig into. And apparently, as far as I've understood, Shadows of Mordor is doing that. They're digging into Silmarillion and the other stuff that's going on in that world, and so far it looks good. So far it looks great, and I had really fun watching one of my favorite game voice actors talk about it. Um, so I got hopes for this one, and I really, really don't want them dashed because they're so often dashed. War in the North was it was fun, but it was kind of odd because you really couldn't play it solo, and I didn't really have anyone to play it with, so it's going around failing all the time. It felt very much like you had to play every part 3 times because otherwise it was just fail all the time, epic failing. But so Shadows of Mordor is hopefully what I've been looking for in that world for quite a while. Um, and the box art looks really, really good as well. And that's gonna be fun. Uh, Release dates September last. That's a good release date. It's slap bang in the middle of me, not having any money at all. So maybe I should pre-order that one. Right, Project Spark. I really want to play or use, because you don't really play, do you? Project Spark. Um, to make your own games, your own worlds, you know, I, I'm I can't draw. I'm just gonna say right out. I got no talent for drawing or painting or anything like that. I can't for the life of me write a stick figure. Honestly, I paint with words, not necessarily when I talk on YouTube, but I'm a writer. I'm not an artist. So, when you get modules like Neverwinter had, make your own, adventures, and Dragon Age had it, and well, those are the two I can't remember at the moment. I always kind of jumped on that because I want to do that. I want to visualize my stories, but I'm really bad at it. Unless I got something like that. So having that, uh, it's fun. I like that. It's a little less, I said, with The Sims. to, you know, tell the stories. So I'm gonna try out Project Spark because I kind of feel like if I can get creative enough, I could do that. I can tell those stories. So, but it seems to be a great creative tool, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna have a new graphics card in my computer till then, because my graphics card is 6 years old. I need a new one. Gonna do that. So Assassin's Creed is gonna be out twice this year. Very funny. Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Rogue. I feel kind of like I look forward the most to Assassin's Creed Rogue um, because of the flip. You play an assassin that's gone Templar instead of an assassin, or you know. So that's I'm really curious on that one. Haven't seen or heard very much about it either, so I'll be checking up on that more. A November release date for that. Um, Unity, I of course want to play as well. Um, I hope that everyone's got a French accent, at least. You know, because I don't know, consistency. They're not that good at the consistency thing, but I loved Brotherhood. You know, all of the two Brotherhood and Revelations, because accents. Uh, Ezio actually sounded like he came from Italy. Uh, at least to some extent. I get that it probably wasn't really real all the time, but it was enough at least to fool me. No, at least to set the tone. Um, you know, you're in France. I want that. In Italy, in too. And yeah, so I hope that, you know, French. Also, you know, Paris. I mean, it's a beautiful city. I don't know just how much of it is still there from whenever this is set. When is this set? Like the 1700s? I don't know, but and in a way, it kind of feels like they're going to. I mean, parkour. It's French. First time I heard about parkour was before Assassin's Creed, by the way, and it was a very French thing. So I don't know. Maybe they should have started in France or something because of that. But it looks great. Assassin's Creed Unity. It looks really like, you know, we're really moving forward when it comes to games and game engines, and you know, um, I'm looking forward to the day when load screens are permanently banned, and you know, this game to not, you know, to be able to step into Notre Dame and not have a load screen in between. That's gonna be great. Uh, so October release date. This has actually already been pre-ordered by me because Assassin's Creed. Have to make a confession. haven't really played Black Flag, and I'm kind of ashamed of that. I played a handful of hours, maybe 10, and mostly done a lot of side stuff in Black Flag. So I'm gonna play that before Unity comes out. Um, I don't even know where my copy is, but you know, I can always pay for it again. Um, I was Rogue. I have set up a Bayonetta, Bayonetta, and I don't really know if it's supposed to be Bayonetta or Bayonetta because everyone says different. But it's probably, you know what? Doesn't matter. Um, Everyone got kind of angry with them that it was going to be exclusive to Nintendo. Um, Me too. I'm a little annoyed with that, but it doesn't matter. Uh, and also, they have been bashed a lot because sexism, because strong women are sexism, and hair that is clothes that is hair is weird. Yeah, it is. I agree. But strong, independent, sexy woman is sexism. It's good to know. I don't get it myself, but apparently, as if she was the first strong, independent, sexy woman in video games. Um, it's gonna be at October. It doesn't say a date, so maybe it's been pushed back. It's possible that it has. It only got a Japanese release date, but import or something. Um, More games. World of Warcraft. Next expansion. Warlords of Draenor. I'm gonna buy that. Yeah, sure. I've been playing World of Warcraft forever. Uh, I played I played World of Warcraft since beta. The original, you know, in what, 2005? Jeez, that's forever ago. It's almost a decade. Um, but I'm not really excited about Warlords of Draenor. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy it. Um, I mean, it's a lot of hours of grinding. Uh, I haven't kept up with it. I've seen a lot of PvP stuff. I'm not all that interested in PvP. I mean, it's a fun aspect of the game, but I'm one of those that don't really play multiplayer all that much. The only multiplayer really of any kind that wasn't even player versus player, but it was the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer because of the ready status, you know, galactic readiness stuff. Um, so yeah, I'm not really, which sounds odd because Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and you know the other 10 MMOs I play. I mean, they are MMOs, massive multiplayer online. Um, so that sounds a bit strange to most people, to me too. You know, that I don't really like that, but I don't know. It's just the way it is. Uh, then in November, and I can't wait till November, we got the big game of the year because the other three big games of the year got postponed. But Dragon Age Inquisition, it's coming. Yay. It was supposed to come beginning of October, and then, we need some more time. And the fanboys went on a rage. Actually, they didn't. They usually do, but it's like BioWare and a couple of more companies. They sort of have a at least a period that is at least 2 months long. That it doesn't matter. We don't care. Do your best. Try get it done. Uh, Rather get some delay than a bad product. And uh, I mean, it's kind of fun that to some developers, because it was that, and it was The Witcher, and to some extent it was also God, what was that game? I don't remember. It was the third game that's been postponed later, even later than Dragon Age, where everyone was like, "Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry, we'll wait." When on other games, everyone gets awfully angry. You promised we should get it now, but no, everyone's just waiting patiently on BioWare. But, I understand that. BioWare has yet to do a really bad game. And people bash Dragon Age 2. And people bash the ending of Mass Effect 3. But they don't really bash the stories or the characters or, stuff like that. It's always other stuff they bash. Um, so BioWare has yet to do a really awful game. I hope they never do, because I want them to be good. They are my favorite company, really. Uh, Dragon Age, Dragon Age Inquisition, and I've been waiting forever on the Dragon Age Keep, because I sort of suspect that I will have a lot of fun with that. It's gonna be a lot of. I'm gonna do a lot of scenarios there to import. I'm changing platform entirely from Xbox to PlayStation for Inquisition. The big reason is because I have a PlayStation 4, but I do not have an Xbox One. So, and I want, you know, I want games for my new console. I have 2 games, I think. One of them being Knack. I think the other one is like Flow or something. Uh, and a Black Flag. But as I said, I don't know where Black Flag is. Uh, so yeah, BioWare, the Keep, please. I want it. Um, and I'm playing the Dragon Age. I'm in this, I don't know, spell of playing BioWare games at the moment. I've dug out Knights of the Old Republic. I'm playing the Dragon Age games again. I'm playing the Mass Effect games again. I think I'm gonna dig out Neverwinter Nights. I'm not sure yet. Uh, you know, uh, because because of Inquisition, because I kind of long for that to happen. And as always, my first playthrough of Inquisition will be a mage. It's probably gonna be a male mage, probably either a Dalish, or I suppose they are Dalish elves, right? I don't know. Maybe they're city elves, whatever. Or it's gonna be human. um, I always play mages first, always. Um, and I'm going to Roman Storian on my first playthrough because Yowie. um, I kind of was hoping that you could romance Cullen as a male, but uh, apparently not. Bad BioWare. But you know, the sentiment they had that I read several times now, that you know, in 2 you could romance everyone no matter what gender you were playing, and this time it's, you know, they want to tell the stories of, you know, they want to tell a gay guy's story and they want to tell a straight guy's story, and you know, have that impact on the game. And you know, I'm all for that. I'm all for telling all kinds of stories. So I'm hoping that it's gonna. I'm gonna do a Dragon Age rant. I kind of feel like I need to do a Dragon Age rant because otherwise I'm gonna spend the rest hour or so on that in this rant, and I didn't really want to do that. Um, so on to the next game, which is Little Big Planet 3. And when they came out on E3 and said Little Big Planet 3, I was sort of really happy. I think everyone's reaction to that was, "What? Yes! Finally!" or something. You know, no one ever that I, you know, heard from or talked to or uh, they they uh, they didn't see that coming, and you know, which is always fun when you see something that you didn't see coming, and you know that's something that you have good feelings about. Little Big Planet is just this big fuzzy feeling inside, sort of. So when they said, "Oh yeah, and you know 3, you haven't heard from us for a while, but here 3," everyone kind of went, "Huh?" in a positive way, and I did that too. Uh, so that's another November release. So I'm gonna get very, very, very poor in November, I feel like. Um, and then we got this year's. Actually, they haven't set a lot of release dates in December yet, so probably gonna. They're probably gonna start doing that. You know, the holiday release. Uh, that window is very empty at the moment. So the last release that I found a date for um, was December 2nd, around there. December 2nd in North America. For Kingdom Hearts 2.5. And which I was kind of expecting. um, Kingdom Hearts, again, a game I played before. 2 wasn't as good as 1, but isn't that always the case? But it was still really, really good. And again, one of those games that you before it came out, before the first came out, you didn't really see coming. And it was such an odd thing to say, you know. Oh, here's a game that's being, co-developed between Square Enix, that's Final Fantasy, and Disney. That was so absurd back then that, to even contemplate doing something like that. And everyone, I remember this so clear, everyone was like, yeah, that's never gonna work. That's gonna be the worst game ever seen. And then it was released, and everybody had to eat their words. It was really fun. So, yeah, of course I picked up 1.5, and of course I played it, despite of having the originals. It's actually kind of fun, because I picked up the original games again, like 2 months before they released 1.5. A little earlier, it must have been, but still, it was like I bought them, and 10 days later they were like, yeah, we're gonna release these in HD remix with an extra game thrown in and a theater mode on one of the other games. And I was like, thanks. You just did not save me like $30. Games are really expensive here. So, like, 2.5. It's gonna be fun to play that again and play that in HD and hunt trophies. I'm not really bothered by trophies generally, but when I got long spaces between releases, games that I'm interested in, I used to go on a trophy hunt. So I'm gonna, that's pretty much what I'm doing with BioWare games at the moment, going on trophy hunts. It's going kind of kind of not good. But anyway, so Kingdom Hearts 2.5, and it's gonna be Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and it's gonna be theater mode of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So that's something I look forward to as well. I'm gonna really look forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm probably gonna play these a lot, waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3. Which still has only just been teased. Haven't seen a lot of that. Square Enix is being secretive, I suppose. I mean, I guess these are the two big IPs from Square Enix that you really connect to Square Enix. Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, and they've been really secretive with Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy this year. They released a teaser trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. They've released a little longer trailer for Final Fantasy 15. They haven't talked a lot about them, but hopefully they're gonna hit us with something, preferably something big at Tokyo Games Show. That's in September. I hope.
しくなれたのにこの想い届け君のもとへ悲しみをメロディーに乗せてこの想い届け君のもとへ優しさを共にエチュードに乗せて